Hi.
signaling you. Hey, how's it going?
Doing okay. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited for this interview. I've never played a Final Fantasy game, and you're gonna have to explain everything to me
What?
In 10 minutes or less.
in 10 minutes or less. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll start with the obvious. What is free enterprise? You're gonna have to explain that one to us.
So, you take the base game of Final Fantasy IV, and this is going to have spoilers. Sorry, but the ultimate goal is to get to the moon and defeat Zeromus, who is trying to do bad things to the Earth. Wag and Val might have a better description of what he's trying to do. I don't completely remember.
That's for another time. That would take,
he's evil. Yeah.
There's mind control. There's puppetry. There's all kinds of strange things going on. But the important part is that he doesn't like anybody on Earth. I guess
He's real bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Free Enterprise is a randomizer of Final Fantasy IV, and you start with the airship, which usually takes you a few hours to get in the base game, and it randomizes where bosses are located, where certain key items are located, things like the magma key or the hook, which would allow you to get into the underground where dwarves live, or the darkness crystal, which lets you raise this ship called the Big Whale that lets you get to the moon. And then randomize all the items. Of course, there's a bunch of different rules, a ton of different flags to control, like how good of equipment you're going to find in stores or in chests, and yeah.
Yeah, in terms of randomizers, this is one of the most customizable randomizers I've seen. It's got like tons of flags and tons of different options. You can like leave enemies vanilla. You can leave chests vanilla if you want to. You can switch around like different options. You can put items on characters that can't normally have, or one item on one character. But there's tons of little things to do. You can switch out sprites. There's all kinds of stuff. It's great.
And speaking of switching out sprites, one of the other cool things they've done for the randomizer is they've changed the sprite for the final boss to something around 400. And I know for this weekend we have one donation incentive for the final boss sprite being either something from Sonic or Deltarune. And both of those were specifically created for this event, so it'll be the first time they've ever been seen.
Oh wow, both of them? We gotta choose careful.
I'm leaning towards Deltarune. And then there's so many things, like you start with 2 random characters, then the characters you pick up are randomized, and you have to just figure out what to do. And for this race, we're actually doing a setup for 2v2. So 2 groups will be working together, communicating to find the key items, because now they're also in trap chests. They're in with bosses on the moon, and just it takes a long time by yourself. So working as a team, you can cover more ground.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the race format, the 2v2.
Yeah, so the final time for your team is the sum of both players. So it's not just get one person across the finish line. Both have to eventually get what they need to forge the crystal, which is part of the format we're doing, and then also find a way to get to Zeromus on the moon. The forge part is usually you get a legend sword as part of the story of the game, and eventually you can find a chunk of adamant and have somebody forge Excalibur from that. In this format, instead you have to find both of theirs and forge the crystal, which the crystal, which allows you to transform Zemus into his final form, Zeromus. So that's necessary. And then also the part about getting to Zeromus, there's one option is to find the darkness crystal to get the Big Whale to go to the moon, like I mentioned, and then there's also another option where there's a pass which lets you into a back room that's usually just a little Easter egg in the game, but for free enterprise, that back room is actually a portal directly to Zeromus, so you can skip potentially going to the moon entirely.
Did you just say furry enterprise?
No, I swear.
Well, it's called that now. That's the new name.
Oh boy.
Good work, everybody. And then speaking of the time estimates, which I think you brought up, is that it's the sum of both of the times. How long does like an average run take? Like, is there a lot of variance?
It can vary quite wildly. Sometimes runs can be done in as short as, 45 minutes to an hour, and sometimes it just isn't your day and it can take 2 or more hours. Usually a good estimate's about an hour and 45 to 2 hours for a team to fully clear a seed and beat the final boss. But one of the other things is with the bosses randomized, they're randomized and then they get the stats of the boss at that spot. So you could run into something that normally is really, really easy, and it turns into just an absolute nightmare.
And the estimates he mentioned, that's wall clock time. So, I think the estimate for our race is 2:15.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, and so that's, I think it starts at 9:30, so the estimate is we'll be done by 11:45 Pacific. But then, our combined total time will be something like 3-4 hours, depending on what kind of seed we end up having rolled for us.
and
All right,
the seed
cool.
The only other there is one other Easter egg people should be paying attention for. There's a key item in the game called the Twin Harp, and when you go there, it plays a song specific for a character. In the randomizer, that song has been changed to something from a variety of games, and they're all created by the original creator Boardface. So something to pay attention to, and one of our other incentives is what that song will be. Again, created specifically for the event.
Yeah, so for this event, it's either a Zelda song or a Sonic song. But, if you just went to, I think, ff4fe.com is the randomizer's website, and rolled your own seed, you could get Final Fantasy music, you could get Chrono Trigger, Sonic, Mario, Zelda,
Mega Man.
Mega Man. There's a lot of stuff. I'm sure there are games I still haven't even run into in there. So yeah, we have the 2 Bid Wars, the one for the Zeromus sprite at the end of the game, and the Twin Harp song, and then we've got one more, which is not a Bid War, but just to name characters, because there's 12 different characters in the game, and
A lot of names.
yeah.
All right, well, cool. We have a 10-minute slot for this, so we probably got to move on. Does anyone have any last word?
Yes, if you don't play, or if you've ever played Final Fantasy IV, like the original vanilla game or the US release Final Fantasy II, I put off playing this until after the run at Awesome Games Done Quick this year, and then I watched it, and then I thought to myself, wow, that looks kind of fun. Then I went and played it, and it pretty much makes the game new again. It's a lot of fun. If you like the original at all, give this a shot if you haven't. It's extremely well done. The production that went into making the hack is just top notch. It's really good. Try it. If it's bad, I'll give you your money back.
And then just to echo on that, there's a big community for it, and they're absolutely amazing. If you ever have questions, there's a newbie corner with people always there, always willing to help and try to get you through things that you might not know.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you guys all for coming, especially all coming out on a Thursday night at the same time.
Sure.
Great teamwork.
Yep.
Thanks for having us.
Yep.
Yeah, for
Catch
sure.
y'all later.
And yeah, we'll catch you guys in a few days.
Yep. Oh, everybody donate. Give money.
Yes, donate.